It's been a terrible day. I'll start off by explaining what happened at the Umpqua Community College this morning. At approximately 10:38 this morning, the Douglas County Emergency Communications Center received phone calls from the college reporting an active shooter in one of the classrooms at the college. Officers from around the county immediately responded to the college, and upon arriving there, they located the shooter in one of the buildings. Officers engaged that suspect. There was an exchange of gunfire. The shooter threat was neutralized, and officers continued to sweep the campus looking for other threats. We have confirmed that there is confirmed injuries and there are confirmed fatalities. And at this point, it is a very active scene. It's a very active investigation, and that is really all at this point that I am prepared to share or that I can share.
The Oregon Attorney General said 13 dead. Can you confirm that?
I cannot. I've heard varying numbers, and I don't want to report on a number that is inaccurate. I can tell you that we have got a tremendous amount of law enforcement help. I have the Oregon State Police assisting. We have all the local agencies, including the Roseburg Police, some of the other smaller municipalities, the Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Service, a lot of support in this investigation.
Can you tell us anything about the shooter or what weapon was used?
At this point, I cannot. I can tell you the shooter was a male subject, and I have no further information beyond that.
Can you confirm, please, alive or dead?
The shooter is deceased.
Can you confirm how many wounded?
I'm sorry?
Can we confirm how many wounded?
I cannot at this time, no.
What is this like for your deputies in a community this size where everyone knows someone on campus?
I'm sure it's very frightening for a lot of people that were responding. You're right, this is a small community. It's a community college, so a lot of our friends and family attend this college. And it was a situation that there was no answers for quite some time. I personally know of a number of people that I work with that had very strong concerns about the welfare of loved ones that are going to school there.
Can you confirm if there's a posting on a Facebook page warning that this might happen or to stay away from school?
I haven't heard that comment, or can't comment on that.
Is this contained to just one classroom, or?
At this point, I can't tell you that. It's under investigation, and I don't know.
Can you tell us where he was shot? I mean, what part of the campus? Was it in the classroom where the shooting occurred?
Where he was?
Yeah, where he was shot.
I don't know at this point. I know officers engaged him somewhere near a classroom, but I can't tell you if it was in the classroom or outside of the classroom.
Do you know if he fired on police officers?
My understanding is yes, he did.
Is it 13 dead and shooter or?
Look, I didn't say there was how many fatalities there were at this point. I don't know. The shooter is deceased.
Can you confirm?
I can tell you again. I have the district attorney here, and we have activated the major crimes team, and so along with the major crimes team and the other agencies that I mentioned, we will be conducting a thorough, and I'm sure it will be a rather lengthy investigation into why and how many and all the answers that we can possibly
George,
determine.
can you tell us, were those helicopters taking people to the hospital, or?
No, I believe they're press helicopters. I don't know.
One more time with the type of weapon, are you saying it's a rifle or a handgun or anything like that?
I don't know.
Sheriff Hammond was in the science building, the majority of it.
I don't know that.
Chair, there's a national spotlight suddenly on Roseburg. For people who may not be familiar with the community, can you just talk a little bit about Roseburg so people nationwide can understand what kind of place this is?
Sure. Douglas County is a timber community. We have roughly 107,000 people that live in the county here. Umpqua Community College is the only higher education facility that we have in Douglas County. There are other community colleges in surrounding counties, and of course the University of Oregon would be the closest university to this community. There's a lot of students that attend the college that are either in the first couple of years of higher education, or a lot of misplaced employees that have gone back to school to learn new trades and get an education. So,
And is a fairly peaceful community, fairly low crime rate, or?
it is a peaceful community. I mean, we have our share of crime like any small community, but certainly this is a huge shock to the entire community to have this level of crime and incident occur in our college or school system.
Are you happy with the response of law enforcement in this situation?
I am extremely happy with the response. I've got fellow sheriffs here that have been through similar situations up in the Willamette Valley that have come to provide support and assistance. And like I said, the Oregon State Police have provided us with a tremendous amount of resources, and I couldn't be happier.
How many people do you think are on campus trying to investigate the situation?
Superintendent, you know?
I couldn't.
I'm guessing we have well over 100 detectives and officers, uniformed officers out there.
Were any officers injured? Your loved ones are?
No, there's been no report of any of the officers injured.
What do you suggest the public do right now?
I'm sorry?
What do you suggest the public should do right now? Should they avoid the area or?
My suggestion is that they think of the family of the victims and be aware of their anguish and think of them first. The families of the victims are the ones that are going to have the most difficult days ahead.
There have been reports on campus when the incident occurred, or was OSC the first time I was here?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which officers arrived first. There was 2 or 3 of them, I believe, that arrived about the same time.
Do you have reason to think that there might be explosives, or that there was a reason to sweep the whole campus?
Yeah, that is part of the investigation to try to determine if that's a threat. We haven't had any indication that it is at this time.
And is there any indication that there is anyone else involved in the shooting?
That it's too early in the investigation to make that determination.
Do you have armed security guards on campus?
Do what?
Do you have armed security guards on campus?
No, I do not.
Does Douglas County still have a SWAT team that did?
We have a tactical response team, yes.
Were they the ones who shot?
No, it was the responding officers that got there first.
Have families been starting to get notified about the deceased in this incident?
That I'm not sure at this point.
You know when the shooter is student at community college?
I'm
Do
sorry?
you know when the shooter was a student at the community college?
I do not.
Have the local hospitals been able to handle the casualties, or are they going to go elsewhere?
That'd be a good question for them. I haven't heard how overloaded they've been with the injured. I did hear rumor that a couple of the patients were shipped to other area hospitals or out of area hospitals.
In practice,